Hello, how are you doing? Hi, I'm Dave. I help business leaders to get clarity around technology. But today, what I want to talk about is artificial intelligence and is it better to be right or to be certain? So, I've been chatting with AI about this because this is a big problem for AI as well as in business. Apparently, it's called epistemic humility. Who knew? Anyway, what the point here is that I've been having some conversations recently. People have said, well, Dave, it's better to be clear and say it's this than go, it's probably this, or I think it's likely that the other. And that's seen as a negative. And that's the way we've trained our um, language models in AI, which is why they're so confident when they're wrong. Because we've trained them that it's better to be sure than it is to be correct. So if we ask questions where it isn't readily available, what the answer is, and we know humans do this all the time. If we look at that, do you remember that dress? Was it blue or gold, uh, black, green, whatever? Humans are very good at making a decision with limited information, which we've taught AI to do. But when we move towards AGI, that is intelligence that's better than us, we're going to need to solve this problem. It's going to need to know that it doesn't have all the answers and it can't just make stuff up and be certain that that's the right solution. And maybe in meetings, when I'm meeting with business leaders and I go, well, it's probably this, people would much rather, I think, say it's this and be certain than me to give ambiguity, which I think is really interesting. So we've trained AI like we think to a certain extent, but maybe it needs some kind of scale from 1 to 100. It's like, how certain are you that this is correct? So, for example, if we said, how far is it from Bristol to Bath, only taking B roads? Quickly give us an answer. AI will make a guess, but it knows that it's not going to be that accurate. And the humans can work it out as well, but we know that we're estimating. And the problem is the way the human mind works is we like to, once we've made a decision, stick to it. So if we're making decisions based on limited information or a lack of understanding or lack of knowledge, the things that you don't know that you don't know, later on when that decision seems to be the wrong decision, are you confident that you can then correct it, or will you carry on with your incorrect thought process? And that's super interesting, I think, because we've replicated that in AI, that once you've told it something, it's going to keep going down that path. So what should I do when I'm meeting with you? Should I be saying, well, it's definitely this, and then later going, oh, well, sorry, I was wrong about that? Or should I be giving a layer of ambiguity? And I think often things aren't black and white. The whole point of kind of the scientific endeavor is to put a framework where we go, based on new information, we're going to change our mind. But we know humans are really bad at that. They're really bad at statistics. They're really bad at kind of changing opinions based on new evidence. They're really bad at making up stuff to fill in the gaps. So just something to think about and muse on. What do you prefer? Do you prefer to have certainty and clarity? Do you want it to be right? Or do you want it to be certain? Anyway, let me